Boom shakalaka! Bitcoin set a new record of $28,400 last night before a pullback. Today's video, we're going to talk about why Bitcoin is going to have a small dump and then a massive pump to $46,000. If you want to find out why, stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we are taking a look at what just recently happened with Bitcoin. Bitcoin broke to $28,400 as predicted in my last video. It broke out and it hit the top of this bullish megaphone. Now, once it topped out on the bullish megaphone, we're seeing a little bit of a pullback. As a matter of fact, it pulled back exactly to the fib level, the 61.8. Now, we could continue to see the pullback even further to something like the 38.2 level, where we might meet up with the 50 MA on the 4 hour, right around $25,000, before we head to new insane levels, and we'll talk exactly why those insane levels. But before we do, guys, if you do enjoy this content, make sure to like. It helps out so much. Thank you. Subscribe, click the notification bell. Now, with Bitcoin pumping to these brand new, absolutely historic levels, we may very well have the biggest CME gap in history. When the CME closed right before Christmas Day, Bitcoin was at $23,685. Now we're seeing Bitcoin at $27,000. And Bitcoin could be heading up higher. Like I mentioned, Bitcoin has been playing in between these two forces. We have the bullish megaphone, these white lines. We also have the 4 hour MA50, this blue line. Well, Bitcoin basically is getting squeezed between those yet again. If we draw this for you, again, Bitcoin is going to get squeezed between them somewhere right around the beginning of the year. And Bitcoin will either have to break up or break down. Now, based on the decreasing supply of Bitcoin by all these institutions buying it up, it is likely that Bitcoin price will break up. But I would say it's likely it'll break up for yet another reason. You know, we're seeing all-time highs in Bitcoin, but we are not yet seeing all-time highs in terms of total market capitalization. As you can see right here, total market cap is about $700 billion. Well, way back in 2017, it was actually $830 billion. So we're not even at the top yet. As a matter of fact, this top here, when we were where we were in 2018, January 7th, 2018, to be there, Bitcoin price would actually have to increase to right around $32,000. Now, if we look at resistance from these Fibonacci extensions, the next resistance is, we almost hit it, this 29.8 level, right around $30,000, the first Fib extension at 1.618. But the next one, like I said, market cap predicts a $32,000 Bitcoin. Well, that $32,000 Bitcoin is breaking through this $29,000 level. So the next resistance wouldn't be until $46,000 Bitcoin. And you guys are like, this is ridiculous. For anybody who's been in Bitcoin since it was $3,000 back here, you're like, this is ridiculous. But guys, you have to remember that Bitcoin is a drop in the bucket. It's a $500 billion asset class. There's $100 trillion in assets. 500 billion is a drop in the bucket, 1/200th. We have to remember, all of these institutions, all of these investors, these macro traders are flooding in, and there's barely any Bitcoin available. There's 1.6 million Bitcoin available on exchanges. Okay, 7% of all the Bitcoin ever to be produced available on exchanges. That's what they're fighting for. Coinbase is taking this Bitcoin from Coinbase Pro and selling it to these guys on Coinbase custody. Because of that, the price has to keep on going. Simple economic supply and demand. There's a decreasing supply. The demand is increasing. Price has to go up. But what's the even bigger reason the price is going to keep going up? Well, I would call it the cricket principle or the Wall Street Journal principle. Don't ever get a paper subscription to this one. They'll never leave you alone. But the Wall Street Journal principle, if we take a look at the #1 financial newspaper in the world, front page, we don't see a damn thing about Bitcoin. Nobody's talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin, the best performing asset class in the past 10 years. All-time highs. Not a damn thing. Just crickets. You just hear crickets when looking at this. You actually have to go and dive into the markets page to see even a small mention about Bitcoin. Because of that, we don't have the masses coming in. All this price movement that we're seeing right now, all of this is due to the decreased supply and then a little teeny bit of retail FOMO when we see articles about institutions buying in. This is nothing compared to what will happen when the masses start buying in. And again, we're going to have another breakout by the beginning of the year, and it's likely a Bitcoin price could break through $30,000 all the way up to $46,000. Whew, that's going to be fun. And then it'll be well on its way, because once we reach that $46,000 mark, that's 2 times previous all-time high. The next 73, which is about 3 to 4 times all-time high, well, that's when we start to get a lot of the retail FOMO. Once we get into this level, they see they missed out. They sold it way back here. Now it's all the way up there. Now they're going to start buying in, and that's going to send the price skyrocketing. So guys, that's all for today's episode. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, and I'll catch you later. Peace.